we've come a long way. And whether we are moving fast enough, I think there's still room for improvement, simply because the world is moving faster, right, than ever before. But I think what's more important is whether ASEAN, especially when you look at trade and investment, the economic pillar of ASEAN, is ready to be more agile, because the world, I mean, we talk about economic order, the world economic order is changing and changing fast. And we've seen, you mentioned tariff, we've seen the rise of protectionism, the disruption of supply chain, and all this, how do we as a group, right? We always talk about ASEAN centrality, we always talk about ASEAN neutrality, so how do we ensure that ASEAN as a group remain relevant and leverage from each other's strength as a group?
Intra-ASEAN trade remains very low, right? Below 24%. How has it improved, intra-ASEAN trade?
Intra-ASEAN trade, the numbers have increased in absolute terms, but you're absolutely right, Melissa, it has not increased in terms of percentage, right? So this is where the Digital Economic Framework Agreement is important, the upgrade of the ASEAN Trade and Goods Agreement is important, because we want more participation and to be more inclusive, as in line with our theme. We need to get SMEs and the micro SMEs involved in trade, because close to 98% of companies registered are micro SMEs and SMEs in ASEAN. And that's why, therefore, Digital Economic Framework Agreement is important, because it's allow e-commerce or online sales to be done more efficiently and cheaply.
That has the potential to unlock up to $2 trillion US dollars, right?
Yes,
in terms of e-commerce.
Yes, by 2030.
So on semiconductor, the worries in the industry is that, whether there will be sectoral tariffs. What is your main message to Greya?
We want to show, and we have shown, to be fair, about how we complement the industries in the US when it comes to semiconductor, right? So it's a win-win collaboration, and close to 80% of our exports to US when it comes to semiconductor are from US companies themselves. So they are part of the US supply chain, right? So it is something that I think we need to show, and together with the US Semiconductor Industry Association, to get my US counterparts to understand that actually this is a partnership that works.
During RCEP summit, tell us what you hope to see.
We're going to have an RCEP meeting for the first time since the RCEP was signed by the leaders. We hope to see if we can get agreement that we should discuss about the accession of new countries to join RCEP. We should talk about how we can see to improve on some of the terms of RCEP, to upgrade RCEP. I'm not sure whether other countries will agree yet, because as you know, RCEP is led by ASEAN, so this is where we're going to discuss with the ASEAN economic ministers and with our other 5 partners, Korea, Japan, China, of course.
And Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, so this is where it's important to get everyone's views about how do we leverage of what we have and how to improve on what we have, and also take stock of what we have done so far.